What is going on, everybody? We got the SCX10 II Raw Builders Kit on the table. We're going to get started on it. It's a pretty simple, straightforward kit. Great kit if you're looking to do a custom build. Nothing but the chassis. Now I have already pressed the bearings in to the axle. All you gotta do is drop your pinion gear in there, and in case of this, it's a very simplified kit. Your bevel gear is attached. It's all one piece now instead of having a separate piece to bolt on. This is basically what you would get if you bought a Axial SCX10 II ready to run. This is basically the chassis that comes in their ready to run vehicles. Two bearings on there. These are open face bearings. If I can get all my fingers to work. There we go. See the open face on the bearings. Drop it down in there. Make sure it rotates freely. And I've got Vanquish lithium grease here. That's what I'm using. Just want to get a nice coat on there. Very nice kit for custom builds. Doesn't come with tires, wheels, or a body, and no electronics. So if you know, I mean, some people just aren't real fond of the bodies that Axial puts in their kits. But this is a good way to get an affordable chassis. And then you can add the body, tires, wheels that you want. Most people prefer a beadlock wheel, so you're not paying for something that you're just not going to use. Slip your little diff cover on there, and then you got 4 bolts. These are 2.6 by 18 millimeter. Slow those down. All right. Make sure everything rotates like it should. Work the grease in a little bit. Alright. Now we get a bearing in the end. Both ends. Alright, and then we got our CVDs, I believe they call them. Slide that in, line it up. Alright. Now you do have left and rights on your knuckles. And it's pretty easy. Just make sure you got the diff cover facing front, and then the thin part goes on the top, so it's kind of hard to get them backwards. Pop them on like that. And you got your little shoulder bolts. Make sure you don't over tighten these, just snug them down. When they stop, that's all you gotta do, turn them down until they stop. remember this is all plastic, so you don't want to over tighten. That's the key, because if you strip it out, it's going to really suck. And hit the other side. Alright, and that's it. There's your front axle. Very few parts compared to the original SCX10 Jeep Cherokee kit, or SCX10 II Jeep Cherokee kit, I should say. Very simplified. Nice looking axle. Now the rear axle, I've already greased up, put the ring and pinion gear in. It's all greased up, and this one's even simpler than the other one. Bearings in the end. Wait a minute. Put the axle shafts in first, and then you put the bearings in the end. Line it up till it slides in, and you put your little bearing in. Just like that. And instead of having a separate piece that slides over to capture the bearing, they just have a couple of screws. Snug goes down. All these are doing is holding that bearing so that the axle shaft doesn't slide out. And that's it. That is both axles done. That simple. Very simplified. You know, minimal parts. You know, if you've never built a kit and you've always wanted to build a kit, I think this is a good one to start with. You know, even though you're not getting the tires, wheels, body with it, like I said, most people, not so much the tires, but the wheels, most people go to a beadlock wheel, simply because it's easier to maintain. You don't have to worry about glue and all that other mess. And I mean, straightforward, simple. What'd that take? Less than 10 minutes. So that's it. We'll keep going on this, and not sure what body I'm going to put on here yet, but I'll figure it out. That'll do it for this time. So until next time, later.